Hello, hello. Kara Smith here, Senior Director of Channel Enablement at VIOLIN Systems, and I am excited to be joined today by founder and CEO of DataEdge, Rob Didlake, based in Kansas City. Rob, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Kara. Very nice to be here.
Great. So today's topic is all about profitability. IT function directly impacts profitability. Anyone in tech understands this, right? That underlying infrastructure can be really impactful. So can you walk us through some of the problems your clients have experienced over the years that have been directly impacting their bottom line?
Sure. I think what I do first is explain a little bit who DataEdge is, and then we can go into how we approach a client. DataEdge, 20-year-old IT company. We provide IT infrastructure, a lot around backup, disaster recovery, and networks. When we go see a client, every client that we see, they want to figure out how to do things better, save money or save time with people. They're both kind of the same, kind of depends, but every single client has a different motivation. And what we're seeing, one of our clients back in, it was probably like late 2019, wanted to look at, hey, how can we do things better around here? So just going through that discovery process, they decide, what do you think about VDI, Rob? And I said, well, yeah, why you think that's cool? Well, I want to learn how to do it. I'd like, a lot of things about it. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot around security, number one. Maybe we don't have less desktop support, and we don't like desktop support. But the main thing is we like the security. I said, okay, let's go down that path. So that was something that was important to them, is they wanted to, number one, security, and then reduce the time, spending time fixing the problems with, desktops. So we went down this journey, and, the solutions all working today. And then COVID hit, and just following up with the guys, they said, hey, Rob, there's a third benefit. And I said, well, what is that? Well, it was really super easy because all our employees went home and they could tell no difference. So this is really huge. And that solution really aligns a lot with what VIOLIN does, in that you guys are an all-flash company. And so I'm really excited, to work with you guys. You guys are, awesome. You're a small company, which I like because it's very more personable, and we really add the value to our clients. So that's just one way that we're helping clients save money. And there's many other ways, but that's just one example.
Sure. So building on that, why do you think, or what are the reasons that DataEdge are securing clients like that have technology problems, where maybe they want to try something out, maybe they want to take that next step in digital transformation, and they're not sure how to get there? Why is DataEdge the company that they're choosing?
A lot of it starts with the relationship and asking more questions than just providing a product. Mm-hmm. A lot of customers, what they do is like, hey, I need to replace a current infrastructure because it's aging, because it's over 3 years old. The cost of maintenance is going up. So it's a cost savings, but it's also supportability to support their business. And so you go down this journey each time, and it's the same. They've been doing it for decades. And so you just have to kind of change their mindset, and some are open to it and some are not. So you just have to, the ones that are open-minded, they're like, yeah, I want to do something better. And maybe they're getting at that retirement age, like, I don't want to go out and be like, okay, look what I did. So that's kind of fun. So it's more of that journey together instead of just providing a product. I think, I really believe it helps us be able to provide more value to our clients, but I think they also see that, wow, you're really trying to help me instead of just sell me something. So does that answer the question? It's
absolutely. Yeah. So, stepping away from the client and DataEdge for a minute, and let's just jump into kind of your expertise in tech. So what changes have you been seeing in the storage and infrastructure landscape, or tech landscape in general, that's been making the biggest impact to mid-market size companies and their IT infrastructure?
Sure. A lot of it is, everybody's, the big story is, hey, I've got to go cloud. Cloud this, cloud that. And that's a lot of times comes from the very top of management. Mm-hmm. They hear it out there in the media. There's a lot of applications that do fit well with cloud. One that fits very well, a lot of us are aware of, is like Office 365. Nobody wants to manage the Exchange server and do the upgrades. That's a pain. And so, but there are some applications that make a lot of sense to have closer, on your network. And one would be like if you had an AutoCAD type solution, or you had more of a manufacturing where the data's got to be closer to manufacturing, where maybe, so a lot of clients I'm seeing is they're using the cloud for maybe as a DRaaS, like a disaster recovery as a service. So they'll keep their core applications on site, and will architect those solutions so they're very resilient, very high available. And so I'm seeing a lot of that. So it's kind of a hybrid of some data infrastructure on their premise, and then they'll leverage the cloud for disaster recovery type scenarios. And that seems to work very well. So that's a trend that I'm seeing. Also, I'm seeing where you have some companies that have 2 data centers. So every time they buy something, they got to buy 2 of everything. And so that's another scenario we're seeing a shift where, hey, let's make a really solid infrastructure in one data center. And again, we'll use the cloud for our insurance policy, if you will. So.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Rob, thanks so much for joining us today. Any last remarks you want to leave our audience with before we move on with the day?
Partly, I'm really excited about the relationship with VIOLIN Systems. You've got a amazing, solution there with the Q2020. It's an all-flash array. I really like that. It's one of the benefits that I see that we tell our clients is, with all flash, you save on energy, you save on the footprint. We can really provide some real low latency storage, which is good for VDI. It's good for your large databases. It's just, it really something you don't have to forget. You just set it and forget it. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is make it easier for the IT, leaders out there to, here's another option. Let's look at it. And we'd love an opportunity to, work with our clients and with VIOLIN. We're really looking forward to the relationship. So thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely, Rob. Appreciate all your insights, and looking forward to working with DataEdge as well as we move forward. So for questions around these insights and more, email us at winwithviolin@violinsystems.com, and we will see you all on the next episode of Win with Violin.
Yes.